Hello, everybody. I hope you're having a beautiful Memorial Day with your family. And was saying thank you so much to everybody who did serve and who gave the ultimate sacrifice. So we could do things like be with our family on Memorial Day. And today I've got a really fun craft for you. It's more of a decoration for summertime, and I'm so excited to finally reveal my 4th of July or Patriotic Christmas tree here in the studio. So cheers to episode 35 of Coffee and Crafting. And today we are going to be making a patriotic friendship bracelet. So let me get started. So for today's project, you are going to need let's see. We're going to get started. And if you are here, I'd love to know where you're coming from. Let me know if you can hear me all right. I would love to hear that. But today we're making a friendship bracelet, which is really fun this time of the year. This is going to be a 4th of July friendship bracelet or patriotic friendship bracelet. I've got it here on my pink Christmas tree, which is fabulous. And I want to show you how to make that today. So friendship bracelets are all the rage right now, or at least they were, and they're still having a moment because of the whole Taylor Swift moment. I think it's really fun because it's a really fun and expensive way to add a fun garland to your space. So today we are going to be making a friendship bracelet that's patriotic themed, and it is going here on my patriotic tree. So if you've been following a while, you know that I have a pink Christmas tree in here in my studio, which I have linked below if you're interested in it. It's a King of Christmas 7.5 foot pink Christmas tree, and I just could not part with it once the holidays were over with. And so I decorate it for every single season, and it is so much fun. It brings me so much joy. And so I just had it decorated for Easter, and now I'm decorating it for the 4th of July. And so before we get into today's DIY, which is a really fun patriotic friendship bracelet garland, I wanted to tell you what special moments I added to my tree to maybe inspire you to decorate with similar items around your home this summertime. And if you have any questions, I've linked everything below in the description, so check it out there. So the first thing I did is I took away all my Easter items. I took away a lot of my pink florals, and I added in these really fun faux tulips. So these are fabulous for around the house this time of the year. Beautiful red, blue, white, gorgeous decorations for this time of the year. If you do have your own tree, I just place it in there like that, and then they kind of just fall as they do. And then, of course, I had to do some flags because obviously this is super iconic. So the flag and the tulips would be beautiful together as part of a tablescape if you don't have a tree that you're wanting to decorate. And again, I just placed those in there. And then I added in these beautiful velvet red bows. And then I also added in some gingham bows. These are so cute. Again, all these items are linked below if you want to check them out for yourself. But I just placed those on here, and I think it's beautiful. That's really all I added was these tulips, the bows, and then the garland. So the garland is going to be a really fun, unexpected twist. It adds a fun element. It is low cost and low impact, but high reward. So it's very simple to make. So let me show you how to make that today. Okay. So what you're going to need is you're going to need an upholstery needle. This needle is massive. It is so cool. And then you're going to need some fishing string for hanging. Again, I've linked everything below if you want to check it out. And then you're also going to need some ball pit balls. This is so fun. So I went ahead and I got a mixture, and I've linked this below. But this mixture has some fun and there they go. Has some fun stars and some fun whites and blues in it. And then I went ahead and got a red one. But you can do whatever colors that you want. And then I got these 4-inch discs. These are just styrofoam disc. And then that gives you the fun friendship bracelet element. And then you can use some stickers, or you can cut out your own using cardstock. That's what I did here for my letters. And so I just used my Cricut Maker, and I just cut out on, this is actually a navy cardstock, because I thought it would be beautiful with the red, white, and blue. I thought the black would be a little bit too harsh, and so I went with the navy, and I'm really happy that I did. Okay, so that is all that you need. And then you're going to need a glue element. So today we're using my wonderful battery-operated hot glue gun. It's great because it's got 2 heat settings, and I have it on the lowest heat setting. Whenever I'm working with styrofoam or any kind of foam, I like to use the lowest heat setting so that the hot glue doesn't just eat or melt through the styrofoam. Okay, that's all that you need. So the beauty with this is you can customize whatever saying you want on here. You can customize whatever color you want on here. It's really up to you, full customization. And so the message I wanted to do, I wanted to say, God bless USA. I thought that'd be really cute here on here. I was going to do America down here, but I thought that really would eat up a lot of my beautiful balls. And so I just decided to do God bless USA. And so that's what we're going to make. Today we're going to make the bless portion of the garland. Okay? So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to thread our massive upholstery needle, which is just so cool. And I like to keep the string on there. I don't cut it just yet. That actually gives a place for my balls to go so that they're not flowing everywhere. But I do have a pretty big tail on this string because I don't want it to come undone. Okay, so now we're just going to thread these ball pit balls. And I was playing with this yesterday, and there are different sizes to this ball. So this is where the ball is connected. There's a ring around it, as you can see. That is the best place to insert your needle. If you insert your needle on either side, it's going to kind of collapse. Your ball's going to collapse. So I do recommend placing it on the seam of the ball. And then you just start threading it. It's so simple, just like that. And then you just pull it through. And there's really no rhyme or reason with the pattern. You can choose whatever pattern you want. You could stick to a specific pattern. Personally, I did not. I'm just doing whatever feels right. And these balls are actually different sizes. The red is a different size from this blue one because they came from different retailers, but I think that's totally fine. It adds to its character. It's kind of fun. And then making sure I'm adding in some of these fun stars. And so I'm going to do about 15 balls on each side. That's really the only thing I'm going to make sure that I have the same of so that when I do hang the garland, it does look even on both sides. And you just have to watch because I love fishing line, but it can get a little tricky. It can kind of get stuck on itself. Okay. So I'm going to keep stringing these balls. And I'd love to know if you've ever made a friendship bracelet garland like this. It is such a fun and easy thing to do. And the cool thing about it is if you have children or grandchildren, once you're done, you can just let the balls go and they can have a great, great time. So I'm just going to continue to loop these balls, thread these balls, and this string is getting stuck on it. So I'm actually gonna cut some of this string because it's a little bit too long for my liking right now. So let me go ahead and cut some of this string real quick so it's a little bit easier to work with. Okay. I love fishing line string. I use it all the time, especially when I do event installs because it's obviously looks like things are floating and it's super transparent and it's also very strong for hanging things. So, and it's an inexpensive tool or thing to use. Okay. I don't want these to keep getting tangled on each other. So there we go. So I'm just going to keep, and it doesn't take a lot of effort to add the needle through. Honestly, it's because this is a pretty sharp needle. So just be very careful that you avoid it. And again, I like to stay on the seam so that it's even throughout. Okay, so we're just going to keep going. I said 15 on each, so we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I like adding the red because the red is a beautiful, vibrant color, and I've got a lot of blue on here already with my tulips. But again, it's up to you on whatever color scheme you are going for. We're getting there. would love to know if you decorate for the summertime or you're doing anything for Memorial Day. We are just hanging out with family. We're doing a lot of swimming. We're really lucky to do that. My kids love to go swimming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And it's a great thing to do, especially in this Texas heat. There's really not a whole lot else you can do. So I said 15, but I'm going to go with 12. I think that's a good amount. So you can see here. So cute. So you could keep going and going and going, but since we are going to put these discs on here, that's going to take up quite a bit of space. And so we're going to make bless now. So we're going to pull out 5 of these so that we can put bless on there. And now the only thing with this is it doesn't really matter where you insert your needle as long as you try to keep it nice and even when you go through. Okay, if that makes sense. So making sure that when it comes through, it's nice and even. Okay, so then I'm going to pull it through like so. And I like to attach the letters after I needle them through, because I will tell you why in just a moment, but it's easier to see if they are even that way. Because if you put the letters on before, you have to make sure that they are exactly even and perfect. And so, again, I just like to put them on after. So we're about halfway there with the disc. And this would be such a fun thing to do for birthday parties. And the cool thing is it's really easy to store, super lightweight, and inexpensive, like I said. The balls can be a little expensive, but a lot of them come in one pack, so you can make several of these. It's just really up to you. And I've seen people making like little garland necklaces for graduation. I think that's really fun. Okay, I've got all of my letters on there, or all of my discs for my letters. This is probably the messiest part because the styrofoam can be a little messy. Okay, so we've got 5 of them. Now I'm just going to loop the other side. I'm going to go ahead and finish this garland off before I add the letters to them. So I'm just going to verify how many I have again. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 balls. And so now I'm just going to continue to pierce these balls with my upholstery needle. And this is a 12-inch upholstery needle. It is massive, but it is so fun. It came in this really cool case in the mail, and I'm thinking this is going to be a fun tool to use. So 1, 2, again, I'm adding these really cute stars. There are a lot of great options on Amazon for these ball pit balls. You could find some really fun shapes depending upon what you are decorating for. It's up to you and what you're wanting to achieve or accomplish. I'm going to keep this up over the summertime. This is kind of my summer tree. Last year I did flamingos and beach balls and disco balls, and it was really fun. But this year I wanted to go more patriotic because I love a good 4th of July decoration. Super classic and fun. And again, I'm not sticking to a specific pattern here. I'm just going with it. I'm just winging it like I do most of the time. The only thing is I'm making sure I have the same amount of balls on one side as I do on the other. For this one, I'm doing 12 on each side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I need 4 more. And I'm going to do a white. Then maybe another blue. But this is just a really, really fun, again, high impact, easy, simple project. Okay, I'm almost there. I think I just need one more. Let me see. Let me verify that my math is correct, because it's not always math. I'm not great at math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wonderful. Nope. I need 2 more. I told you my math. I'm not great at math. And honestly, if it's not perfect, that's fine. Mine's actually going on my tree, so you really can't tell, but it's really just up to you. Okay. And now we are going to finish off this. So now the best thing, again, keeping this side still connected so you don't have to worry about that string, is I'm actually going to tie this off. So if you've ever worked with fishing line, the best way to tie it off is I just wrap it around 4 times, and then I tie it in a knot. And you can do that a couple of times, but by wrapping it, it really secures it in place, because fishing string can be a little funny sometimes. And so I'm going to cut this. I'm going to do it one more time because I want to make sure that that knot stays secure. So I'm going to wrap that around 4 times, and then I'm going to make that knot. And then see, I made a loop so that I can just attach it to my tree. You can also make a loop so you can just attach the garland to a hook or to whatever you have in your house. Okay, so now the other side, I just want to make sure that I don't have too much slack on here, so I'm making sure that it's a nice and tight garland. So I'm going to cut my fishing string on the other side, and now I'm going to pull it from here and making sure that it's pretty much even. Okay, so that looks good. So I'm going to go ahead and make a knot on this side with a loop. Very simple. We're going to wrap it around at least like 4 times, and then I'm going to tie it in a knot. I'm going to do it one more time, about 4 times, and then I'm going to tie it in a knot. Okay, so now I've got a loop, and I've got a loop on both sides. So cute, right? Okay, so now we're going to add the letters, which I mentioned earlier. I've got it on the lowest heat setting on my hot glue gun. Okay, and so you just need to make sure that your orientation is correct. So here, I'm going to hang mine on my tree like so. So I'm going to make sure that I put the bless on this side, BLESS, and I've already cut these out with navy cardstock because I thought the black might be too harsh for the red, white, and blue theme. And so now all I'm going to do, and I did, these are 4 inches, and I did about 3 inches for the height for these because I wanted a little bit of white space around it. And so I'm just going to carefully add some hot glue around the entire letter, as you can see. Okay? And then I'm just going to place it in the middle very carefully. Another reason why I like doing the lowest heat setting is because the glue isn't super hot, that if you were to touch it, it wouldn't get on your hands. It wouldn't burn your hands. Okay, so I did the B. Let's do the L. Again, you just need a little bit goes a long way with this. And try to get those whiskers. Just trying to make sure that it's even. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it's easy, like I said, it's easier to do the letters after you string them because then you can kind of adjust them so that they're nice and even. Okay? And now we're going to attach the glue to the E. I wanted to do this entire garland in front of y'all because I wanted y'all to see how simple it really is and how fast it is. Let's take this E off. I don't like all those whiskers. But again, you can always take those off if you want. If you don't like hot glue, no worries. You can use any kind of craft glue that attaches to styrofoam. I personally like Beacon's. Any of Beacon's craft glues would probably work here. They've got a styrofoam glue, but also their Fabri-Tac, which is my favorite, or their 3-in-1 is a fabulous glue as well, if you don't want to use hot glue. Because I know some of you are not crazy about it, which I understand can be dangerous, especially if you're wanting your children or grandchildren to help with these projects. Okay, so I'm just making sure that that these letters are pretty much in the middle. And last one, we're going to do the S for bless. Okay. And there you have it. So I know it's going to be backward for y'all because I'm actually facing the camera, but let me show you the finished friendship bracelet garland. This one is going on my Patriotic tree, and the letters are kind of funky right now because they don't have anywhere to go, but look how fun that is. Okay, so let's attach it to the tree so you can see what my vision was here. And so I want to do this about halfway, and I want to make sure that these letters are right in the middle. So I'm going to go ahead and attach this one to this side. And I kind of want it to loop a little bit, kind of hang just a bit. And then I can take this S. I've already got my God. Got God up there. And so I kind of want it to be even with God. And so I'm just using the fishing string to attach it to the tree itself. I might have to do a little bit of maneuvering here with some of my other pieces, but I think I'm going to make it work. I think it will work because I've got my beautiful flags here and my tulips. Really cute, cute. And then we're going to kind of let this swag or hang a little bit. I'm going to attach it to this side. And I know I'm out of the frame, but I wanted to get this hung up so that I can kind of show you how it looks. Let's move this flag because he's kind of in the way. And then we're going to just turn these beads or styrofoam discs around so that they do show. And there you have it, this adorable, adorable garland. Perfect for the 4th of July. Let's move some of my beautiful ribbons and so forth around so that you can see it a little bit better. But you can see it says God bless, and then at the end I'm going to put USA. I'm so excited. I think it's so, so cute. I hope this inspires you to make your own friendship bracelet garland this summer, or just to have fun with your decorations for the 4th of July, and just enjoy it. I really struggled because I wanted to keep the pink in there, but I really think it's beautiful by adding the light blues, the metallic blues, a lot of red, and I think it's really cute. So stay tuned because later I'm going to showcase the entire tree for you in detail. Thank you so much for being here. Again, I hope you have a beautiful rest of your Memorial Day, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you.